Our next caller is Morgan from California.
Hi, Morgan.
How you doing, Morgan?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good.
We're doing good. How can we help you?
Okay, so I'll read my email. There's been an update. So my name is Morgan. I'm a 35-year-old single mom who is interested in building a career as an online fitness coach. I have a master's degree in psychology and have worked as a therapist for the last 13 years. Prior to working as a therapist, I was a personal trainer and worked at a commercial gym. I've always had a passion for nutrition and working out. I'm scared to make the leap because of financial constraints, but realize this fear will continue to hold me back. Your podcast has been instrumental in helping me realize my dream career is possible. I was wondering what advice you would have for me in starting this venture. In the email I put I was looking into NASM or ISSA, so I went with NASM, and I'm halfway through the CPT, and I did the nutrition coaching as well. So I'm wondering what first steps, like what's your advice on how to do this?
Our trainer course with that. I think that almost every trainer that asks a question like this, I say NASM and our trainer course. And the reason why is I think, and especially you did the nutrition, which is great. So you have such a great base with NASM as far as, overall training clients and nutrition. Now you have a great handle of that. Ours is heavily focused on the business aspect. So ours is about making money, scaling your business, client retention. So the combination of those, I think, are like the ultimate pair to start a trainer off like that. Not to say there's lots of other great things out there, but if we're like, what's the absolute best things I can do right now, education wise, to help me build my business and be successful, I would plug our course with NASM. I think that's one of the best places. Yeah. Not to mention that within our course, you come into our trainer community where we're mentoring you consistently. So it's not just like you buy the course and then good luck. You're in a community with other like-minded trainers that are scaling their business, that listen to the show, and that are getting help and mentorship from us. So it's this ongoing help that you have a resource of as you go through challenges. Trainers are always sharing ideas, how they're getting new clients, what's working, what's not working, all the things. So that would be and let me tell you, I loved getting a hold of a trainer like you. Having somebody with a, psychology background is such a great asset those make some of the best trainers, because if you already probably know this, so much of personal training is, behavioral psychology. It's literally what you're doing. And so you have a very good grasp of that. It's going to make you an incredible trainer. So I'm super excited to see you make the leap and do this.
Along those lines, Morgan.
Thank you.
So this is a kind of a unique situation where usually if someone's doing one thing and then they want to become a trainer, they have to leave what they're doing to become a trainer. However, you're currently a therapist, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is one of those unique situations where I think you could do both.
I know.
Because, I'm sure you're familiar more.
Combo there.
I'm just going to cite some data for people listening, because I'm sure you're familiar with this, but the effects of exercise and diet, and exercise in particular, on the kind of low to general depression, anxiety a lot of people will suffer from. Exercise, they just showed, is actually more effective in one huge study than talk therapy and medication. And now that, of course, what that study doesn't say is there's oftentimes, and I'm sure you work with people like this, getting people to exercise, good luck. They just can't even get off the couch, which is, it's like getting them to move is the hard part. But anyway, where I'm going with that is, are there any HIPAA violations for someone like you who's already a therapist to also offer your patients personal training? So in other words, they work with you as a therapist. I don't know how that works with your field. Are you also able to offer additional service with them, except now we're going to do a session where I'm going to train you and we're going to do some exercises? Can you do that?
It would fall under different scope of practice, but as long as I have my NASM, the CPT, then I don't see
you don't need to
why
stop.
it wouldn't.
You don't need to stop what you're doing.
Yeah, just make the transition.
You don't need to stop what you're doing. So this is what it would look like. In fact, I have a friend of mine who does, I've talked to her about this. You have your office. You don't need a gym. You don't need lots of equipment. You could do you could have a suspension trainer in your office. You could have a pair of dumbbells, a physio ball, and your session, which let's say normally is 50 minutes, you could say, we can add an additional 30 minutes, an additional 50 minutes. And what we're going to start with is exercise. And I think exercise is a great way to start because it gets people moving and talking anyway. And then at the end of this, we're going to sit down, take a protein shake, do whatever, and then we're going to do the rest of the session like we normally would. You don't need to leave what you're currently doing.
She's
I think
also-
if you added to what you were doing, you would be so effective.
Yeah. She's also got a background already in personal training, so you could also just go right into virtual coach. We typically tell people,
That's right.
you know, train people in person first so you get that practice, but you've had that already, so you have an understanding of exercise mechanics and the challenges that people have with exercise. So you can even offer a virtual service. So it's like there's what Sal's saying, the opportunity for you to also train that client in person. But maybe it's I mean, that's an expense they can't do. And so maybe they can afford just more of an online coach where you're just kind of supporting them. And then you use like our programs. I mean, utilize the resources that you have through us, and you can deliver that type of workouts for them. And you're just kind of overseeing the program and helping them where they need help, either nutrition wise or coaching them through the program. And so you have an opportunity with what you're already doing to just kind of start to dabble in this. And then the goal would be, you know, can I get to a point where I'm servicing enough people that the leap isn't so scary? Because I can only imagine what that feels like, where you're raising a kid and you're doing this on your own. And it's like, oh, and now I want to make a career change. I mean,
I don't necessarily think you need to make a change. I think this is something you can add to what you're currently doing as an extra service. And I wouldn't be surprised if a significant number of your patients would be like, oh my God, I would love it if you know, I mean, I don't know if this falls under the scope of therapy, but I know there's like somatic release. I know people have done like psoas release, this under the scope of therapy as well. So it could literally be, you know, we're going to do some movement. It's going to look like exercise. It's an additional whatever for extra time. So instead of seeing me for an hour, it's 2 hours. And now you're using your fitness knowledge in combination with your therapy background. I would love to get I mean, if I had a studio today, you're the person I would want in my studio. I'd say, no, I want you to continue doing therapy, and I want you training the same people in our studio because it's such a powerful synergistic combination.
Yeah, just working out and eating right, it does make all the difference with mental health. And I mean, I work in substance abuse. That's the population I work with, and treatment. But definitely, I know we'll take them on walks just to get out and get some steps in. And it does help their mental health a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think they're synergistic as heck. So look into that as well.
I mean, a lot of this stuff too, that, I mean, if you end up getting in our course and getting in our mentorship program, this is stuff that we'll talk through with you as you go through this process. And as you're trying to figure things out and having challenges or questions, that's what we'll be there for.
Okay. Where do I get that course?
I'll have Doug send you the link.
Okay.
As soon as we hang up.
Maybe we could have someone call her if she has more questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have Ann reach out to you.
There you go. We'll have someone reach out to you so you can ask more detailed questions, and she'll go through it with you.
Okay, great. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Morgan.
All right, Morgan. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
You too. Have a great day.
It's the one we've said this on the show before. Somebody with a background in psychology who also does personal training.
Make great trainers. Make great trainers.
Best.
Yeah, great trainers.
And imagine somebody going there for substance abuse, and they get that, you know, they're getting the talk therapy, and then the same therapist is like, let's go do the workout. I'm going to take you through, and the workout's going to be very tailored to the individual because some people are going to do very little, some a lot. The power of that is just incredible.
Yeah, if you can combine the two without being, you know, a problem, like you said, with HIPAA or anything, like that's such a powerful combo.
I don't see how it would be a problem.
No, it wouldn't. You just separate them. They wouldn't be under the same umbrella.
Yeah, you would do the next half.
So it wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be like a 2-hour session with me. It's a 1-hour session and then another 1-hour session with my other business.
Well, I do know that some therapists use things like somatic release where they're working on your body and they're getting you to do movements, and it's under the umbrella of therapy. So I don't know how that would work.
Think about how much more open and vulnerable people are though too, and you get them moving.
That's why I said do that first.
Talk a lot more.
Oh yeah,
I know it's amazing.
Yeah, come in. We're gonna work out for 30 minutes and then we'll get talking.
Yeah. Great opportunity here, Phil.